Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Tyranny blind. Now, I think what I was doing last time was pretty much just opening this. Okay, so I'm going back to an area I've been to before.
That's a negative.
Will do.
Oh, I'm enjoying this a bit too much.
Fair nothing. Too old for this. Take that. Fair nothing. Land for you. Upsy shit. Focus.
Okay, Lantry leveled up again. Interesting.
Right.
Do we want anything more out of this tree? Because this is just pretty bland passive bonuses to skills, which level on their own, so I think I'll invest in something else. Bonus experience for lore skill. I guess I'll invest in something that gives him more offensive capabilities, so that he's more useful in a fight. Improves his thrown weapon attack. Okay, sure. Sure. Is he currently using a knife? He is. Okay, so he's using specifically thrown weapons. I think I have some javelins that I might give him, but I'll look through it.
Will do.
Sometime later. Okay, that's a large group of enemies, so I'm going to save because as of late...
Maybe I found something.
Oh, great.
Or maybe I've not.
Because as of late I've not been doing that today. With large groups of enemies.
As you command. Use more than fingers. There's nothing. On it. There's nothing. There's nothing. Take that. This is useless. I should try something else. There's nothing. This is useless. I should try something else.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
I think it's another one of those murals An ancient mural is painted onto the wall. This pristine, meticulously ordered stretch of the Oldwalls masonry is dramatically interrupted by an intricate mural painted across the brick wall with primitive pigments. A crude maze of orderly tunnels and simple right angles is depicted, and a small, indistinctly drawn humanoid figures populate its varied and winding corridors. In the gloom, it's difficult to make out the precise details on the top of the mural, which stretches above even a beast woman's height. Perhaps you're too sober to see it, but one could see this as a cross-section of the Oldwalls. More artistic image than a map, but it seems probable. There's a plethora of detail packed into the art of on the walls. A more thorough examination will likely produce additional information. Examine the upper section. The upper reaches of the painting aren't well illuminated by the otherworldly lights in the chamber. You'll have to find a way to gain some elevation to make out the details. Climb the wall. The brickwork of the Oldwalls is impressively meticulous, leaving little in the way of gaps between each smooth surface block. With some difficulty, you find the outliers in the precise masonry and find your footholds, or rather handholds. It takes you a few minutes to slowly work your way up for a better look. And now at the top, you can clearly see a large break at the top of the depicted maze. A plethora of humanoid figures swarm the top, with a few trickling down into the maze below. These humanoid shapes come in a variety of sizes and colors, some noticeably larger than the others. The details on those figures are difficult to decipher, though you're able to spot some sharp talons, and there are a few that appears to have a tail, horns, or some other extra appendage. As you begin your slow descent to the chamber's floor, you explain the details to your followers. So people enter the maze from the top. Perhaps the spire is how people came into the Oldwalls? I mean, your spire is capable of teleporting. What's to stop someone from porting someone downwards? Let's observe the main section. The corridors and passageways depicted in the midsection are filled with humanoid figures. While chipped paint and weathering causes some superficial differences, the figures appear otherwise uniform in size, shape and color. The figures high atop the mural appear of different styles and colors, but you need to move in for a closer look to glean the subtleties. Is old tribe prowling Oldwalls? No bane in paint wall. Maybe the tribe of very old kept dark free of scourge beasts. Look at the lower section. Along the lower edge of the mural, or on what would amount to the floor or bottom of the maze, you spot traces of faded paint, not visible from a distance. Tiny bone white hashes of skulls and skeletons are intermixed with the masonry at the bottom edge. A chilling detail. Is it to imply that the dead were buried down below, or that down below was built with the bones of the dead? I doubt it's that literal. The mural is complicated and layered, but has likely received as comprehensive an examination as is possible for the moment. Paintwall is proclamation of tribe roaming Oldwalls, or tribe caged in the Oldwalls? Kills in Shadow doesn't know. Maybe Alpha knows? I think it's prisoner art. No, I don't think so. I think it seems to depict one particular tribe of people living inside the Oldwalls and the others somehow getting in later on. But the bones at the bottom are also a curious detail. I don't think this is true. I don't think there were many of them inside and only one survived, because it's depicted in a way where the colorful people are slowly getting inside. There are none of them in like the middle or something. They are clearly on the outside and getting inside. I guess the delving deeper and unearthing some sort of doom might be possible, and it might be kind of linked to the Bane somehow. The Oldwalls inhabitants were slowly delving deeper and deeper and unearthed some sort of doom. The lower portion of the mural suggests this is the case. This would mean the scattering of the Bane we encounter is nothing compared to what's nesting further down. Satisfied with your investigation, you step away and leave its nuance for the next traveler to ponder. As you turn away from the mural, Kills in Shadow sniffs the ancient stone and paint a few more times before turning to follow your lead.
Right. On it.
Can't reach this.
Sorry, I can't.
At least not from here. Okay, I don't think I can reach this period for the time being. And I've been here already.
Yeah, come have a look at this. Another demonstration of our power seems in order.
Felt nothing. My wisdom is
That which doesn't kill me leaves me bitter and jaded.
right. Good as new, or at least
I don't want to hit them accidentally, so I'll just leave it be.
Shadow Hunter is best hunter, best killer, best beast woman.
Requires trample. Okay. Move rapidly towards the enemy, trampling foes in your path, knocking them prone. Laika, can you hear me? Has your mind wandered again? A haggard-looking man pleads with the emaciated woman resting against the ground. Her shaky head moves in the general direction of his voice. She mouths a reply and reaches towards the glowing crystal in her hands, but no air escapes her lips. As you approach, he wraps what remains of the tattered cloak tightly against his shoulders and takes a clumsy half-step backwards. Are you real, stranger, or another figment to haunt us? He blinks rapidly, watching you through bloodshot eyes. What happened to your friend? You're among the sleepless. I still don't know that much. He offers a brief, mirthless chuckle. Soon I'll be like her. Too tired to even remember who I am, who you are either. His eyes glaze over you as he speaks, and he drops to a knee. Not yet. With a shake of his head, he staggers back to his feet. All we want to, is to find the beast woman that did this. It hurts to be far from her. Well, I'm looking for Reef-Talon too. If you give me the torch key, I can open up a path to her, which isn't even a lie. I'm not quite sure why this requires subterfuge. If it's not a lie, it's literally true. He glances at you, then at the crystal, and then at you again. Perhaps that's best. He reluctantly drops the stone into your hands. It feels like a lifetime since we've seen Reef-Talon. Please find her. This emptiness is somehow more bearable when she's near. I just hope I remember to follow you.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Bronze throwing dagger. That could be good for Lantry.
Another person. I'm starting to think we're bad at making friends.
Hey, nobody saw that, right?
On it.
Okay, I'll look around to see whether I can maybe uncover anything else. Like this.
Can't do that.
But how do I get down there?
Sorry, I can't. Can't do that. Can't do that.
You discover this ancient parchment deep within the bastard wound Oldwalls, but cannot decipher the notation printed on it. A recruited researcher might be able to determine its origins and meaning. Okay, so I have to research it at the spire. And this chronicle was hidden here by Sage Lekseme. Okay, I'll put that. Pick that up last because
Heads
yeah,
up,
there's a fight
This
coming.
is useless. I should try something else. On it.
Okay, let's read the Chronicle. I found another one. This should be enlightening. Lantry smiles victoriously as he hefts a weighty parchment tome. Festivities of the Tears, a subtitle, a survey of social days. I don't know about you, but I'm excited already. Drafting of the field stories, some rather ribald marriage bed anecdotes. A study of regional variations of the title retreat celebrations, and more tournament reports than one might ever wish to read. It's all very fascinating to a historian like me, but I'm sure this is of little interest to you. We can move on. Lantry taps the cover of the tome, his face lost in thought. Well, may I take a look? But of course, he hands you the heavy tome, and you begin to flip through the pages, your eyes scanning about a page after page of flowing text, most of it changing inks and handwriting styles. The tome is, as Lantry described, filled to the brim with stories of feasts and festivals, including such details as guests in attendance and wine served. Each turn of the page reveals more and more notes on the celebrations and festivals, major and minor. Your head swims with the names and dates of countless past festivities until you at last arrive at the end cover, your eyes heavy from skimming uneven hard handwriting. I'm weak on my Tearsman scripts, but this passage says Festival of Nerat. Odd, right? Nerat? What? Hand me that. He tugs the tome from your grasp and furiously skims the passages in question. Festival of Nerat? Since when was... Oh, since 1419. 1419? Well, why is this the first time I'm hearing of this tears-wide celebration? He flips throughout the remaining pages, his eyes rapidly scanning the text with a series of grimaces and grumbles. A festival to Nerat 10 years before the conquest? Seems unlikely. Unlikely? Pardon my ardent speak, but it's fucking absurd. This isn't accurate. Why would someone... Lantry drops a hand into his palm, letting out a muttered, raspy groan. I think the why is obvious. It's creating it's falsifying history to make to make it appear like that, like the Tearsmen, like there has been substantial support for Kairos even before the conquest. I think the why is obvious. This creates a pretense that the Tearsmen have been worshipping or loyal to the Archon of Secrets voluntarily before the war. Purpose. The only purpose the Chronicle serves is the retelling of it all. It's a cardinal sin of our craft to modify the telling, regardless of purpose. Yeah, I do actually agree. Like, to me, this is wrong. Even if she had like a noble purpose, which I assume would be to try and present it to Kairos as a proof that the Tearsmen actually love him, and therefore they shouldn't be like, they shouldn't be ruled very harshly. They shouldn't be punished for resisting him that much. But I think it's wrong. I agree with him. Chronicling history should be about recording what happened. Obviously, you can add your own opinion. Historians do it all the time. But first and foremost, you should record the events as they happened. You shouldn't alter them just because they would fit your narrative better. If it troubles you so much, fix it. I'm starting to think that maybe that's for the best, given what we've been seeing. Lantry reaches for a quill before thinking twice. But not here, maybe when we're back at the spire. No doubt there will be more to find down here. Lead the way. Yeah, there's still this, which is a very large, suspiciously empty area. Maybe I'm still missing one of them. Okay, I'll be back here.
Can't do that. I got it. Sorry, I can't.
What? No. It was 4 days ago. 8? That's absurd. Arguing with a perceived interlocutor or perhaps herself, the old sage mutters with her attention jumping from left hand to right as she banters. Then we should retrace our steps. As you approach, the sage turns towards you, her face a calm and tranquil smile. Oh darling, have you trouble sleeping too? It really is you. At first I didn't believe it, but then, eyes wide with surprise, Lantry ambles forward, seeming uncertain as to what he's experiencing. That voice. Lekseme looks around, her glance darting in every direction but Lantry. Mel, what happened to you? How long has it been? Your youth, where did it go? You're supposed to outlive me, not the other way around. No, not Mel. Lantry's eyes fall to the ground, his face awash in defeat. It's me, Lantry. Don't you remember? Think back to the Citadel, the study nights. That time we found those berries. Do I have to... Clearing his throat, he steps in close to Lekseme and places a hand on her hip and gently kisses her forehead. Suddenly that must spark something. He steps back trembling, though she seems unmoved by the experience. The sage rubs her temple with a pained smile. Sorry, my mind feels fog, no lightning. It's all in here, just tired of being tired. All I need is a little sleep, a little shut-eye, and it will all make sense. I'll let Lantry talk to her for a bit. He knows her much better than I do. Lekseme, it's me, Lantry. He steps forward and reaches out his hands to touch Lekseme. Oh, it is you. The old woman's face slackens, her eyes blink as tears begin to form around her eyes. I thought you were just... She grabs his hand and presses it to her cheek. A delusion. I have so many these days, and many of them are you. I thought you were dead. When the Fatebinders said that the missive came in from Sage L, I didn't believe it was you. Didn't want to tease myself with hope, but how did you escape? Who was with you? I have so many questions, but I really need to know how to get you out of here, how to make you better. Perhaps it would be better if I were dead. I feel... Don't say such a thing, be glad. Listen to me, I haven't slept in weeks. I can't tell flavors of food, even salt has no taste, and it's worse than that. I can work my sigils, not a one. She quickly darts her hands in a flurry of hand signs, her finger positions and wrist work showing decades of rehearsed motion. I've signed those spells 1,000 times, but now they are all gone. I found out I had a well only after it's dried up. Your magic, all of it's gone? Lantry's shoulders slump and he shakes his head with a sigh. But you were a phenom. I never would have mastered half of my expressions without your guidance. It's all gone? Maybe you just need some rest. Maybe that should restore your order in your mind. Enough tears have been shed over my missing talents. Please let us speak no more of what was lost. Well, you seem unwell. Can I help? No, none can help. My insides have been fouled by magic, and I am denied the comfort of sleep. You would think having every hour of the day to spend would allow for such profit, but alas, I seem to step in and out of the present, and am never fully at rest. I have fallen victim to the sleepless syndrome. Our resident beastwoman Mystic healed me after a near-fatal fall. While I lived, her magic took its toll in the days and weeks to come. The physical injuries vanished, but the restlessness took its place, and nothing has been the same. Well, have you seen a beastwoman named Reef-Talon? That name, yes, Reef-Talon. She's lurking down here, same as I. You look like you've known the caress of sleep. Why then do you seek Reef-Talon? Well, I do believe she can still be of use to the people of the Bastard's Wound. I'm not going to kill her unless talking with her reveals no other options. Then I will consider it. Reef-Talon can be of use to the people of the Bastard's Wound. Well, I can tell you that she lurks these depths along with the sleepless she has created. She falls silent. Rocking back and forth before returning to the present. Tell me, do you intend to harm Reef-Talon? Well, only if she harms me. As someone who has been harmed as one can be harmed by Reef-Talon, I know that she did not intentionally disfigure us. She is guilty of not knowing the strength of her fledgling magic, but ignorance is not maliciousness. Come, let me take you to her. Her lethargic motion becomes youthful exuberance as she springs into motion.
On it.
Okay, let's go to her for now.
Sorry, I can't.
Wake up! Fresh meat! Lekseme roars as the massive havoc hovering in the center of the room. Every hair in her body stands up on end. As the room swells with static charge, small bits of debris orbit the havoc as its tendrils twitch and flick. You're talking to this thing like it's your friend. Well, of course, Lullaby never harms those of us robbed of sleep. Only the arrogant and the wicked need fear its embrace. I am not hallucinating. She has truly lost her mind. Lantry shakes his head, eyes wide with disbelief. This is a nightmare. Well, maybe we can talk this through, although I doubt it. The time for lies is over. Perhaps you should have listened to the Overlord. These old walls are off limits for your protection, Fatebinder. Submit and this will be swift. Resist and this will make things interesting, however you like it. Lekseme clasps her hands, roaring gibberish at the massive havoc as it begins to stir. Ah, damn it. This is going to take me a couple of tries, and this is certainly, like, I can't see it going any other way. I kind of suck.
I have company.
Consider it done.
Will do.
Okay, this was easier than I thought it would be.
Another battle.
Well, I guess I spoke too soon.
Making friends.
Yeah, I certainly spoke too soon.
Oh, I feel like I just slipped a disease stone.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
Fair enough.
Take that!
Fair nothing. Fair nothing.
I got it.
Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope, nope. Fair nothing.
On it.
Why would they defend it? Oh, their minds must be truly far gone.
Oh, you're still alive. That wasn't part of the plan. Well, I would prefer not to kill you, if possible. You survived. I didn't expect. Lekseme's gaze falls to the ground. Well, you willingly led me into a trap. Explain yourself. I apologize. Many have come here looking to harm us or Reef-Talon. The Bane don't seem to harm us Sleepless, and I had to protect Reef-Talon and the other Sleepless, and yet I am no match for you, and so my best choice seemed... What I did was unforgivable. Well, take me to her now. No, so long as I can, not so long as I can for a cogent thought, I will protect her. Well, lead me to her and she lives, most likely. If I find her on my own, she dies. No, please, Lekseme covers her face in her hands. I wish no harm to come to her. Show her mercy and I will relent. She is in the chamber to the east. You will need this. With a trembling hand, she places a torch key in your hand. Lekseme's eyes gloss over as she briefly slips out of the moment. With a smile of recollection, her senses come back to the present. Yes, Fatebinder? You wrote me a missive regarding some sort of legal matter. Explain it. A legal matter? If you're asking about laws... Wait, that sounds familiar. Halting mid-thought, Lekseme shakes her head with a violent twitch. Stanis Javert. Oh my, I had given up hope and almost forgotten I had even sent that word. A look of recollection spreads across her face, and she examines you head to toe. Thanks Kairos you found me, and apologies you should meet me now, when my mind is but a fleeting shadow of what it once was. Fatebinder, My offer is a simple one. I will submit to your justice and confess every crime of my school. In exchange, I ask that you preserve my writings. I have seen centuries of my work burn away in hours. Please, let me save something, some small shrivel. I will purchase it with my life. Well, first tell me, why did you contact me for this task? You represent a risk, but I'm willing to take. There's a chance you will burn my text in accordance with what you think Kairos' will demands, but I also know you're a Fatebinder, one entrusted by Kairos to bear the power of the edict. If anyone understands the value of knowledge and the value of interpreting the spirit of the law over the letter, I knew it had to be you. What are my alternatives? One of Nerat's thugs or one of Ash's minions? I am trying to think long term here. The Vellum Citadel will never be reborn. The occupying Archons aren't going to build libraries or archives to the Tearsmen where my texts might live. The best hope for the Chronicles are to have them in the custody of the court. Well, this is a bit suspect because by contacting me, you exposed your friends to the court. Why risk all of this? The old sage's face puckers and her gaze falls to her feet. Mel, where did you place my quills? I can't seem to find a fresh one. Her eyes dart about in a faint act of insanity, but her quick glances in your direction to gauge your reaction give her away. Why make arrangements to keep your texts hidden? I can't think of a more remote location to hide something than here. But it's not just about keeping the lore safe, it's keeping it safe in perpetuity. You must understand it's just a matter of time until every bit of the tears is combed over by Kairos' minions. It was just going to be a matter of time until someone exposed us, and so I guess it was best that a Fatebinder discover us. You showed sage's mercy when you proclaimed the Edict of Fire. It seemed not unreasonable then that your charity would strike twice. Why are these works so important? My peers and I have dedicated our lives to recording the unfolding of all things. I've compiled the accountings of nearly a dozen sages, each of which put decades of effort into. The sage's eyes flutter as she catches herself focusing far away, into journaling the rise and fall of realms and the passages of the seasons. Well, if I were to help, what would you want of me exactly? I understand your caution. If there were truly offensive scripts that railed against Kairos, I would understand you being unwilling to assist the preservation of such slander. I've read what I can of Kairos' laws. I know that much, and I know that much of what we write. What? I've read what I can of Kairos' laws, and I know that much of what we write speaks of how the Tears was free of Kairos' grip. I know such stories are to be put to the torch, but I contend these writings will only bring glory to Kairos. Our histories show the Tearsmen growing in hubris, unable to see the doom of Kairos to the north. These are no heresies, they are studies in the foolishness of seeing oneself as an equal or greater to Kairos. Well, to be honest, no need to praise Kairos in front of me. You might have not heard, but I have kind of betrayed him. Ah, I see. The sage blushes at your comment. Well, my aim is not to flatter Kairos, but to render fact. And you could say the fact themselves are biased towards Kairos' greatness. I wish I could have heard you say those words a few years ago. One must learn a mistake by living it, remember? All too well. The Chronicles we've kept detail a society that existed in the shadow of Kairos and ultimately fell after a long lull of complacent living. I contend that such a history speaks of Kairos' inevitability and the folly of the Tearsman. Well, how do I know I'm salvaging some journals and not a bunch of coded messages for your peers? I would invite you to read those chronicles yourselves. Look over them and decide for yourself if I'm up to something, but I assure you, I wouldn't try something that underhanded. I'm not that stupid, and I'm not that smart. So what is it you want from me? Swear by Kairos' name that you will gather and preserve my chronicles to the best of your ability. Do that, and I care not what you do with me. If our works are protected, you grant a measure of immortality to me and the other chroniclers. If my life can purchase that, I will happily pay that price. I will help you, but I won't swear on Kairos' name. I've got no love for the Overlord, and no love for pretending to the contrary. Those loyal to Kairos take such oaths quite seriously, am I not mistaken? I must have your assurance that the task will be done. Well, yes, but haven't you heard? Like, okay, I can let her off the hook for that because she's clearly sleep deprived to the point of madness. But overall, it's a little infuriating for me how everybody seems to be deeply in denial about my clear and open betrayal of Kairos. I say again, I will do this for you, but I will not vow on Kairos' name. End of discussion. Please, Lekseme, you can trust the Fatebinder. Your vow would open the possibility of a third party destroying your scrolls, making the Fatebinder liable for a needless death. It appears I'm asking too much considering the position I'm in. I suppose I will settle on an oath on your personal honor. Then I swear on my honor as a Fatebinder that I will do everything within my power to preserve your chronicles. Well, to be honest, that's kind of a false oath to a degree, because if Lantry determines, and if we determine together that they are falsified, then I fully intend to correct them. But I wouldn't view that as betraying the oath. Because I think the Chronicle should reflect the actual events. If it does not, it's no longer a chronicle, it's fiction. I swear on my honor as a Fatebinder that I will do everything within my power to preserve your chronicles. Fair enough, that will have to suffice. Here, take this. She trusts a crumpled parchment into your hands, notes on where I left the remaining texts. My handwriting was difficult to parse, even when my mind was intact. It's gotten worse. I have used an old chronicler trick to conceal the stashes of ordinary rabble. The illusions will fade away if another chronicler nears. She points to Lantry. Yours is an older specimen, but he will suffice. Older specimen, but I popularized the rabble in plain sight trick. The nerve of this woman. If you need hand translating, ask Lantry. He had always had a knack for deciphering my scroll. Well, now to some other questions. Perhaps I can help. Sorry, my mind feels fog, no lightning. Well, I don't have any more questions, I guess? I'll leave you to your ramblings. As you will. I will be here until the Bane decide to eat me. Okay, do I have an actual... Okay, I'll look for the locations later. Deprivation. Immunity to asleep. You gathered the pulsing night ethereal dusting of a crystallized energy from the scattered remains of the havoc in the bastard wound. While kept close, you can almost make out the whispering song of that bane on the edge of hearing. Its constant hum keeps you focused and awake, but leaves you distracted from attacks you might have otherwise seen coming. Plus 25% damage. Wow, that's pretty powerful.
On it.
Sing us to sleep, our lovely lullaby. Another one, but you seem so well rested that the tranquil woman's empty expression shifts to a pained smile. You'll adapt in time. She stares at you in wide-eyed silence. What can you tell me about Reef-Talon? She did this to us. She comments in a calmly devoid of The comment is calmly devoid of accusation and judgment. Have we been called to glory, marked for calling? We just want answers. Then perhaps we could find sleep. What can you tell me of Lekseme? That name is something from an old dream. I'm sorry, I knew once, but it's also distant now. What are you doing here? Do you not also hear the call? We seek Reef-Talon. Her eyes fall on the floor. She does not wish to be sought. Well, but she will be. And soon. Okay, she's here, which means that this is like a side area.
Look, look.
Will do. Have a look here.
Oh, stop. Stop.
Fears and shadow wonders.
Oh, I could use a break. There's barely any strength left in me.
Okay, that was pretty dumb. This crystal beacon is not responding to the torch keys found in these Oldwalls.
I can't.
Okay. So I guess I'm not getting in here for now. So where's the last Chronicle? I should have it should be displayed here because she showed me. Darkened Hollow, the Abyss. Yeah, there should be another one here probably somewhere. Maybe even here, but I can't enter.
You packmates too see what Beast Woman sees.
Okay, let's talk. The beast woman waits by the dust-caked altar, head bent downward in contemplation. A deep, gravely rumble emanates from her chest as you cross the chamber's threshold. With a loud chuff, she turns her face to you. A fierce pair of ice-blue eyes watch you with murderous intensity. Claws dug into the stone floor, Kills in Shadow bristles her fur. Prima of the Wound tribe is impressive. Not as impressive as Kills in Shadows, but mighty all the same. Stalkers and hunters, Vanes and mystics, all come to spill Reef-Talon's lifeblood. Beastwoman must climb deep, paw where light does not follow. She watches you intently, her ice-blue eyes piercing the chamber's shadow. She places her knuckles upon the cold stone floor, muscles coiled menacingly. Fatebinder creeps Beastwoman's den, bathed in the blood of wound warriors. Why would Reef-Talon speak with the human? Well, I wanted to ask you some questions and determine whether or not you're a threat to the bastard's wound. So, human comes ready to hunt. A low rumble creeps from the back of her throat, only to be dismissed by a loud chuff. But Fatebinder has no bared fangs yet. It's willing to listen, perhaps. She watches you cautiously, silently awaiting your next words. Why flee the wound? You could have simply stopped using your magic. Too dangerous. What if Reef-Talon milk sickens cubs? What if blood corrodes tinker tools? No, too much to lose. Reef-Talon will take no chances. She will stay confined to the depths. What do you hope to gain from hiding here? Not hiding, I'm saving others. Her breath clouds the air, her words sharp and prideful. Reef-Talon could not let corrupting power harm kin and kith. Left home then, but did not abandon the tribe. Did not run and hide, but does not know what will solve the problem. So you're content to let Jaspos and Wagstaff lead your tribe? Would hope Ocean Mystic and Stonecutter choke of their own hatred. Reef-Talon is no longer Prima, so cannot be concerned by such matters. Can you be sure that your powers won't manifest in a new way that harms the settlers, even from here? Beastwoman did not envision this. Reef-Talon hackles raise in alarm. Fatebinder speaks of possible truth. A sleepless poison is created by the mending touch. What if the same corruption grows stronger and spreads from afar? Perhaps Reef-Talon has been cursed for trespassing where human Prima called Kairos forbids. Well, I doubt it, but let me ask you something else. How did you come to find the wound? For a moment, her eyes grow distant and shed their intensity. Reef-Talon has lived four lives. First life, she was free Manta-born in islands near human lands called Stalwart. Second life, she was a slave. She chuffs and banishes the thought with a shake of her head. Third life was Prima to the Wound tribe, and now Reef-Talon lives a fourth life as a wretched outcast, skulking in the deep pits of the Oldwalls. What was your life as a Manta-born like? Manta-born are warriors of land and ocean, more free than land-trap beastmen. Island kith are not quarrelsome like Tier's tribes, not always leading packs to rend, rake, kill rivals over parched land. Island warriors respect tribe boundaries, where sand meets water. Beastwoman has no need to fight other tribes. Mother Ocean provides great maws and deep lurkers to test warriors and mystics, to keep Manta-born strong. Reef-Talon's mouth stretches in a knowing smile. Has Fatebinder wrestled with the black-eyed great maw with head and tail of spears, or killed clean-skinned lurker with glowing fangs and snakes for limbs? Has human ever heard the deadly song of a stinging cloud and stayed awake? Manta-born does not need tribal war to stay fierce, hunt, bleed, feed packmates. She bobs her head at the fond memory. It was a good life. The beast woman extends her claw to the nearby chasm. Oldwalls waters are easy for Reef-Talon to swim. Not afraid of dark waters, those scourge beasts sometimes lurk in dark places. Tell me about your time in slavery, which is a bit of an insensitive question to ask, perhaps, but if she doesn't want to talk about it, she's free not to respond. Was less than 7 years ago, Reef-Talon awoke to the nest beset with humans. Human tribe, answering to the Prima Stridus, overwhelmed Reef-Talon and kin, likely survived only because humans desired captive muscle, not roasted beast. She narrows her eyes, ruminating over some remembered detail. Long did Reef-Talon toil in confinement, until mystics from the Chorus tribe came one morning to the human den. As humans drank, ratted, and feasted over moonless nights, blood rage filled Reef-Talon and the other captive kin. The hairs on the beast woman's neck stand erect as she speaks. She saw only red. Awoke to the butchered captors and freedom. Reef-Talon does not know what fever possessed other beastmen. Did not think to ask, thought only to escape. Though you were not witness to the events, you've heard rumors of the Chorus blood chanters performing all manners of arcane experiments on the Mantaborn, the indigenous beastmen of Stalwart. Though you know little of what the study involved, the beast is proof that at least one victim survived the blood chanter's curiosity. Okay, that's interesting. They did magical experiments on her. Maybe that had something to do with her powers. So you learned your magic from the Mantaborn mystics? No. Mantaborn groomed Reef-Talon for such a role, but only for a season. Outsiders came, mystic paint came off, war paint came on, and the tribe was shattered. Reef-Talon was never given rites of initiation, is not deserving of the ancient title. How did you come to lead the wound, even if briefly? Did not come to wound to be Prima, but once arrived, Reef-Talon was the only proper answer, was best at hunting new prey, showed kith and kin how to slink through the deep dark, how to hold ground against scourge beasts. All beasts bowed to Reef-Talon. Once Wound Clan gathered to discuss scourge hunts in the Oldwalls, Stonecutter and Ocean Mystic could not agree on a plan, wished only to bicker and yell, until Reef-Talon roared and the whelps cowered. Tribe only knew Prima Reef-Talon could maintain order, until Tribe became fearful of Prima's magic. Fearful of Prima's magic tough. Then Beast Woman could no longer inspire order, only fear. Tell me more of your healing abilities. Does Fatebinder remember time before knowing to crawl? Beast Woman did not know such powers existed until packmates already mended. She shrugs with a scowling grimace. Has no answer for Fatebinder or Beast Woman. How did those powers awaken in you? Beast Woman cannot say for sure. Her hands gesticulate wildly, but for a time no words come out. Ever since coming to this place, Reef-Talon feels the hum of magic, but does not feel it until it has already happened. No, but did not feel it until it had already happened. A packmate was injured on patrol, and Reef-Talon ran to clutch the injured whelp. Beast Woman remembers hearing lifeblood from the inside of the dying body and roared for it to obey. That's when the mending rite began to knit flesh, and that's when Reef-Talon's shame began. Why do you think the healed become sleepless? Can describe the sensation of healing power but not meaning. She pauses to think, listlessly tracing a painted symbol on her chest with a claw. When human lies on the ground, with lifeblood pouring from the wounds, Reef-Talon can sense blood rage of the dying creature, and when Beast Woman touches paw to human, Reef-Talon can stoke blood rage to live longer, to demand blood keep pumping. I'm not explaining it right, no, I can't. But Mystic Gift always goes too far, always. Mending Right's grab, the life spark, stretches far and fast until extinguished, snuffed, drowned. After Right, the human's wounds close and the lifeblood dries, but the life spark is gone. Healed human is hollow, does not remember pain or pleasure, does not dream, is sleepless. Do you think being in the Oldwalls gives you those powers? She shrugs, scratching her head with a gruff sigh. Maybe. Reef-Talon never finished proper teaching to be a mystic. Power always feels like coming from within Reef-Talon, but maybe Oldwalls awoken mending right? Tell me of the sleepless. Greatest of shames, Reef-Talon has sickened own tribe with dreamlessness. Do you know how they were created? Beastwoman only knows that the sleepless were birthed from mystic strength, from Reef-Talon's corrupting touch. Dark powers extinguished life spark of dying human. After mending right, human looks like warm blood, but carries hollow death on the inside. She looks away, ashamed. Why are you down here? After mending right... why are they down here, the sleepless? After mending rights, dreamless kith smell like spent flame. Hearts do not beat with purpose or desire to live. Dreamless always call out to Reef-Talon, beg mewling for answers. Reef-Talon has none. The Beastwoman covers her ears with her hands. Sleepless brood will not leave Beastwoman, always reminder of failure. Any idea why the Bane ignored the sleepless? Same question has pondered Reef-Talon. Scourgebeast seek of blood of Beastwoman, but never of the sleepless kith, not even the noisy sleepless. Reef-Talon thinks sleepless cast no scent for the Scourgebeast to smell, no dreams to tempt ancient hungers. I've seen only sleepless humans. Are there no sleepless beasts? Not yet. Used mending rights on beasts in pack, but so no dreamless scar. Do you know any way to cure them? If Beastwoman knew, she would have already tried. Human sage called Lekseme insists that Reef-Talon has a gift, can mend better but is wrong. It's folly to try, must never use the wretched gift again. Okay, I'll come back later because I think this episode has been long enough, but I think I am going to bring her back because, to be honest, if she just restrained herself from using the gift anymore, I think she would have actually made a better leader than either Jaspos or Wagstaff. They are both pricks and possibly also psychopaths. Like, it has been confirmed that Jaspos has been killing beastmen to purify the water, and it's strongly implied, I have just not found direct evidence, that Wagstaff is also killing beastmen to purify the water. So, yeah, there is that. But I'll figure it out next time, because for now, this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.